Hello and welcome to the Lost Pines Workshop. I'm JC Jensen. So this is Build a Rocking Chair, episode 30, where we're going to sculpt the arms of our chair. So it's December 31st, 2025, and I'm progressing pretty nice with this chair. I'm pretty happy with it. Where we're at, right, we just finished gluing on the arms and plugging the holes, and according to the checklist and the directions, next up is doing up the back braces, preparing them for installation. If I was working quickly, right, while the glue was drying on the arms, I would go into the back braces, right? Well, I'm skipping ahead. I've taken that section out of the instructions, set it aside, and I'm going to go straight into sculpting these arms. And then once I'm done with that and sanding the structure of the chair, I'll move into doing the back braces. All right, so I'm going to begin the process by working the back or the armrest to match the slope of the back leg. I'll be grinding it, actually some on this back leg at some point, all the way back to almost where the plug hole is, to maintain the sweep here to the outside, because that's what we're looking for, is the outside sweep. So I'll work this. I'm going to work on the arm here and on the insides here on both of these, and then I'll move the chair down to the floor and I'll work on the top.
Your lust is a liar, your ditch is deep. Put your hand to the fire, and soon you're gonna bleed. The tongue is a weapon to kill you in your sleep. So you can run with the wolves now, baby, or you can lay with the sheep. When your time's out, keep pushing and you'll find out. So go on and blame me, 'cause you don't wanna blame yourself. Go ahead and play dirty, then you'll find yourself at the bottom of a wishing well.
So at this point you can see I've got the bottom side now ground down all the way around. Admittedly, this inside portion was a bit of a challenge manipulating the chair so I could get to it adequately. When you are doing this transition between the leg and that transition piece, start your curve. I'm about a half an inch up the transition piece before I started curving, right? What that does is eliminate the eye from focusing on this joint, right? We don't want that. So if you start your curve right there, that's going to draw your, a viewer's eyes to that joint location. By bringing that farther down or away before you start your curve, then the joint just kind of disappears, visually disappears. All right, and then I sloped it from the start of my curve, and it's almost, just a nice gentle straight line out here to the edge. And I've got roughly a half an inch out here that's still flat. It's your chair. Grind it to the shape that suits you. House, like, you want to make this as thin and delicate looking as possible. And I'm pretty comfortable with where I'm at right now with all the grinding portion, right? As well as back here, once I flipped it over, I was able to grind this transition Need to do a little bit more grind here to blend. But I've switched over to my 60 grit orbital now, and I'm smoothing out and just doing some fine tuning on the shape. Right, I'll do that around here on the bottom. I'm going to flip it back over, and I'll use that 60 on the top as well, and finish shaping and then sand. Well, initially I'll just do the 60 grit, and then once I'm completely satisfied with the shape of this side, I will move over to the other, grind it and sand it with 60 grit and shape it to match this one, so that we're equal and we're balanced. All right, quick update. Using a combination of the angle grinder and the 60 grit orbital sander, I've achieved the inside shape that I'm looking for with a continuous curve from the back of the leg all the way through to the front. On the outside, from the back of the leg through the sweep, I have a nice smooth transition curve. Looks real good. If you'll remember, this leg was I left it flared, and I thinned it out some, the front and the back, as well as this the outside and the inside, so that it gradually grows, but it grows right into the transition block, and then I've got that nice gentle curve up. Further here on the front, as I gradually rolled this, I've got a nice smooth transition all the way to the nose, and on the top I gently rolled the edge down on the nose. As far as the thickness here, I'm pretty pleased with where I'm at. I could probably go thinner. It's like get it as thin as you can to make it look delicate. But I'm kind of digging this overall shape. The other thing, the transitions here, after I carved those down, I did employ my orbital sand or my spindle sander here on the drill to help smooth out these transition piece areas here. So now what I'm ready to do now is utilize the same process on this other arm, just taking care to match the shape of this one as much as possible, as far as I can, right? So we'll continue, and then once that's complete, I'm going to sand all these, sand all of this, everything that I've worked on today, up to 400 grit, and then I'll stop, and then we'll go from there. Well, Happy New Year. It is January 1st, 2026. Take me a while to remember how to write that down. Okay, so at this point, yesterday I finished shaping the arms, the insides of these, which was a bit of a challenge, but I got it accomplished, all right? And I'm happy with the shape of both arms. They're equal. And I decided to go ahead and grind off the bottom corner, both sides here, to match the top. So I have a more even, rounded shape. What I've started with today is sanding, all right? And obviously, I started on the bottom, and I'm up to 220 grit here on the bottom, into the joints and up the legs. Across the front, I'm at 220 now. I'm headed to 320 next, and I'm going to finish sanding this bottom up to 400. Then I'm going to progress down to the arm on both sides, again up to 400. The back of the legs here, we put our plugs in, and I've sanded all of this all the way down just to the point of the headrest here, and I've got it, no bumps, no humps, sanded to 220 thus far. So I'm going to do as much sanding with the chair oriented this way here on the bench and padded. Now that I'm into the finished sanding mode, I really want to protect it from any dings, scratches, or whatever. So that's kind of where I'm at. Now, once I've finished this, then we'll flip it over and do some more. Okay, so from here down, I have sanded this to 800 grit so far. I'm going to take a break from it and move on. I'll say that, so I used the orbital sander up to 220 grit. At that point I quit because of all of these tight turns and whatnot. It was difficult not to get swirl marks. So at 220 I stopped. I sanded again from here down by hand with 220, then progressed 320, 400, 600, and then 800, all of which I did by hand. I'm really happy. You can't see it in the picture here, but the feel is fantastic. If I tilt it just a little bit in the light, I've got almost a glass sheen to all of the wood from here down. Looks really good. All right, so at this point, like I said, I'm going to take a break from sanding and move on. So, yeehaw. So if you like this video, you like the series, the information that I'm providing, please hit that like button. We'll see you down the road.